Hi, I'm Richard Rellis here with columnist Bob Robb at the Songbird in downtown Phoenix. The column takes what you say is a dispassionate look at Trump's national emergency. And before we get into that, how important is it to stay slightly dispassionate and not set your hair on fire about everything the Democrats or the Republicans or this president does? And how do you stay dispassionate as you analyze President Trump's policies?
Wow. For mental health purposes, I think it is highly valuable, and I would recommend it to a wide range of people who currently are not following that practice. I guess I was just born without the excitable political gene. I kind of take a even-handed view of things, even when I feel fairly strongly about something. I don't like straw man arguments. I like looking at the other point of view at its full strength. I think that yields to more sound analysis and better mental health.
And the column walks people through sort of that dispassionate analysis of the national emergency. At the end you say, without setting your hair on fire, this probably shouldn't stand, right?
I don't think it should. Trump is not trashing the Constitution. He's purporting to exercise authority that Congress has granted him. In granting that authority, Congress also reserved for itself the right to override presidential declarations of emergencies. I think Congress ought to do that. Probably they'll fall short of the votes to override a veto.
And then people with their hair on fire will go to court.
Will go to court. And there, I think it would be very wrong for judges to say, we're going to decide what a national emergency is or isn't. There isn't a definition of it in statute. The judges would just be inventing out of thin air their own standards to apply. But the presidential emergency powers only allows him to move military construction monies to other military construction projects. So there is a legitimate legal issue as to whether a border fence qualifies as a military construction project. And there is a statutory definition of that. And it contemplates that it builds things that the military will actually use.
Not necessarily the Border Patrol.
Not necessarily the Border Patrol. The fence is to assist the Border Patrol, not the military. So I think there would be grounds for a court to find not that there isn't a national emergency, but that Congress hasn't granted the president the authority to make this particular diversion.
And done in a sane, rational analysis without the excitable gene.